Okay, so this warm-up is apparently called Splash Dash. So I'm gonna take a guess and say that this takes place underwater? You know, under the sea, where all the splashiness abounds.
3,
And
1.
I want to say these are the same guys that are in, Oh, I did not know about that one. The, barricades. Oh. These, fish are a lot slower than I thought they would be, and this is actually quite loud. I'm gonna lower this. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. This is literally Dingo Dial's music. Dang, alright. That actually does not sound bad through Crash Bash. I believe Crash Bash remixes. Wait, I need to see the rules. Because this is not the same as, Toxic Dash. That's the name of the last one. I know because I briefly saw the name on my way over to this one. Finish as many of the set number of win by being the first over the finish line, or the player who is in the lead when time runs out. Rotate your sea creature. Your sea creature. Oh, I see now that they're different fish. I thought they were all dolphins for some reason. R1 to accelerate, square for speed, and X for push rods. Oh, to jump. You can jump in this one. Okay, may I start over now that I know that information? Probably not. That's ridiculous. This does seem to be more sane compared to Toxic Dash, though. Maybe I could do it? Maybe with enough attempts I could do it. What? What? Hey. What? Yeah, this is a lot more tame. I, thought this was going to be a more chaotic warm-up, because that's how they usually go. But hey, you know what? Even if this warm-up doesn't work, that'll be a-okay. And I'm sure, well, you've probably read the title of this video. You can tell I might be just a little excited. Guys, stop, guys, we're underwater. What's the point? What's the thrill? Why do we do these things? What are we, a bunch of mindless marsupials? Well, some of us are, anyway. Yeah, take that, you frickin' Mr. Guy that's only appeared in Crash 1 and none of the sequels. Yeah, how do you like them apples? Whoa! Actually, that's still better, now that I think about it, that's still better than what, Rillaroo got. Rillaroo got a whopping 0 other games. Well, I almost said not counting the remake, but I kind of forgot Crash Bash doesn't actually have a remake. It has, I'm thinking of CTR, I believe. And how long did I... What? It's only been 3 minutes? You know what? Out of obligation, I have to try one more time.
2, 1, go.
These stupid jump poles, or whatever they're called. It said so on the instruction screen, and I clearly read that, but I already forgot what they're called. I kind of forgot you can... That's right, you can bash other people with the dash, or the boost, or whatever. Can you? Maybe I should, you know, actually make use of that if I can. Oh no, no, I'm stuck. Bandicoot is stuck. Stuck, boy. Oh! Ah, I got someone. Take that, you hoser. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? I think Rilla was like... Rilla? Yeah, I think Rillaroo was right behind me.
1, go.
Peace and tranquility in Splash Dash land. but it's not going to last for long. Are there really no other items other than the fruit? That's actually quite surprising. I think one of the earlier Dash levels had an extra item. Yeah, it did. I think Toxic Dash had the full force field item, which I didn't get to use much because I kept, you know, flying all over the place. Like frickin' batteries when not handled very well. Hey! You can't block me, I'm frickin' Crash. As the name suggests, I'm gonna crash and bash through all the— Ow! Denied. Wow. I swear to frag, I actually did not even see that fail coming. I was focusing on my own groove. And speaking of my own groove, what groove was I talking about? Speaking of my own groove. Yeah, speaking of my own groove is apparently opening up this very, very exciting special feature. Crash Bandicoot 3, sorry, I spoiled the game, but you've read the title, so you probably already know what's coming up. As of recording, a brand new prototype of Crash Bandicoot Warped has just released to the community, courtesy of this guy that feature self is probably going to list on screen right now because I didn't take the time to note it down. I'm such a good guy, I swear. I know. Wait, actually, wait, hold on. I might need to specify on. Oh, never mind. Apparently, at some point. Am I launching the right thing? Wait a minute. The window header on Duck Station here says Crash 2. I'm guessing that's the header of this prototype. If that's the case, that's interesting. Whoa! I'll throw you right into action. So yeah, brand new prototype. This, as I said, literally just came out, and this was labeled as an E3 demo. So don't expect this to be like a whole play. Oh, that's a different logo. Slightly different logo. So don't expect this to be like a full 3-hour playthrough like my July prototype video. I anticipate this being about like a half hour. But hey, that's still exciting stuff. A half hour of very, very early Crash 3. With apparently containing the Crash 2 header. Why is it? It's loading, I assume, right? I didn't press anything, as I'm sure you could tell from the input display. Oh no. Well, as you can tell, I put on fast forward, judging from the little arrows in the corner. And nothing is coming up. Is this— don't tell me this is dongle protected. That wouldn't make any sense. This is an E3 demo. It's meant to be played in like kiosks and stuff, right? The only thing that— oh gosh, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me reset. I can soft reset, right? Is that a thing I can do? Yes. Let me actually press things during this sequence. That's the music from the July prototype. I remember that. I'm pressing all of the everythings. Naughty Dog, my boy. Start? Start, please. Well, we got music this time. Oh. I'm carefully optimistic. I have not— yeah, can you tell I've not tested these things? I literally just grabbed them from well, where prototypes usually are. Why is this not loading? I'm not doing something wrong, am I? But I don't understand. This is Duck Station. I know I normally use I think I used EPSXE in my July prototypes video. And I might have to use that if this doesn't work. That's really strange. Alright, let me try, I don't know, I mean, I in all honesty, I'm not really sure what to try in here. I could try increasing the virtual RAM. I'm actually going to try that right now. I don't know if I have to reset for it to take effect, so I will go ahead and close it and open it right back up again. Well, that is an astounding no, this does not work. I'm actually surprised. I might have to look into the documentation of how to get this to run. Where is... I'm going to turn off the extra RAM. Because the extra RAM... for reference, PlayStation, I believe, only has 2 megabytes of RAM, but development kits have 8 megabytes of RAM. So that's a lot of extra RAM right there that this game shouldn't need. Alright, I'm going to try EPSXC, and if that doesn't work, then we've got ourselves a handful and a half. Now, I don't know what half a handful is. Please don't raise your hands. Please, I can't, that's one I can't answer. Crash Bandicoot 3 prototypes, May 14th, 1998, as it's apparently dated. I apparently had the foresight to write down the date of this prototype, so now you know. It's dated May 14th, which, as you know, is earlier than the July prototype we played. And is this louder? It is louder, but not by much. I just lowered it. Oh no, it's doing it again, isn't it? Oh yeah, the frame limit indicator is not popping up this time. Oh jeez. Oh boy. This is why I'm under the impression that you need a dongle, but here's the thing, there's no dongle attached to this. There's no dongle file of any sort. I can check. Crash 3 prototypes May. Yeah, there's just a crash3.bin and a crash3.q. Well, I'm going to try the .bin, but yeah, there's literally nothing else in here. And I should probably disable that startup at some point. I haven't gotten around to do that. Don't ask why it's turned on. Last time I used DuckStation on video, it was turned off. But it's on, and it's authentic and cool and really, really neat. And I have no further comment, apparently. Wow, really? Really? That's just... Okay. I need to do some research, apparently. Whoa, 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 fast forward. Whoa, 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 jeez, oh, jeez, whoa, 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 jeez. Okay. So, according to the cutting room floor, this demo does have dongle protection. Apparently. Well, I guess better way to find out than the hard way. Now, there's no dongle attached to this distribution, but I could try and use a dongle from a later build. Do I have the dongle for, Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm looking at my July ROM now. My July prototype ROM now, that is, and there's no dongle file there either. Now, in all fairness, I am launching DuckStation with no memory cards attached to the virtual system. I think. I should have done that. I intended to do that. Oh, I did not do that. Okay, I intended to do that, but I did not. So this memory card, this default memory card 1 this default memory card 1 file that I have is not sufficient. What data do I need? What data do I... August? Do I have a dongle there? Nope, I got a patched ROM for that. September? I don't... Wait, do I? There's a JPEG. Select an app to open a JPEG. What do you mean? It's a picture. Oh, it's literally just a picture of the disc. Okay. Wow, okay, this might be... What the frag? Hold on. Where's... Hold on. Whoa. Okay. It turns out I am a moron, and I overlooked the fact that the download page for this prototype over on hiddenpalace.org, yeah, name drop, whatever. I'm going to put it in the description anyway, in case anyone else wants to check out this prototype. It turns out on that page is a link to the dongle. So I have the dongle now, and I will put it in the respective place, so that I can mount it to this emulator and run the game with it. Alright, let me select Crash Bandicoot 3 underscore dongle.mcd. And I am going to assume... Well, this is a demo, so I don't think saving is going to be available. But, it could be a similar case with the July prototype. We've seen that a million times. This could be the similar case with the July prototype where the save data can coexist with it. Speaking of that prototype, I'm probably going to talk about that quite a bit because while editing that video, I made a lot of oversights in the recording. So yeah, I'm going to try and avoid doing that this time. This is a similar result. Okay, there we go. We're actually in game. This is a similar result, my butt. Do I have analog? Yeah, analog's turned on. This is a very different warp room than I intended. At least the July one had a lot more going on, and I have superpowers apparently. Is that... Oh, what? That is a very different load save screen, assuming that was intended... That was what it was intended to do at this point. What? Uh-oh. Okay. That's wild. This load save screen design is one that I have previously seen in like demo versions, because you can see it in like the not wormhole. Is wormhole the right term? It's a little portal that you go through at the start and end of each level. Yeah, in prototypes, this old, crazy, elaborate, and confusing design is what's used there. I'm more so shocked at seeing... Is that the second island from Crash 1? It looks like it is, because it's a little volcano. And I can... Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it only took me until now to notice that's actually a 2D image. I can tell that that's lifted from Crash 2. I am aware. Okay, that area is available. Oh, and the first island is here too. Wait, does that mean this void out in the does this mean that the void that surrounds the Time Twister machine is actually water? Because I never would have figured. I know the remake makes it in the water, but I didn't know if that was the intent. Why am I using the D-pad? I could use the stick to... Oh my goodness. And the camera doesn't normally pan horizontally here. There's 5 levels, it looks like, that are not named. That picture, that looks like Gee Whiz's picture. Oh, whoa, that was quite something. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is G... Whoa! What? Is this Crash 3? Can I lower the volume a little bit? There's an awkward space. Oh, I'm looking at this pause menu now. It's still using the Crash 2 layout, but with the Crash 3 graphics that look like they're finalized already. I'll give them that much. What is this formatting? Yeah, I think 75 is actually the default for Crash 3. I know I said in the July prototype it's 74, and I'm going to leave it there because I can't be bothered with that 1%. This does not feel like... Get out of the way. This feels like a... Wait a minute, what? Okay, that's... Hold on, I need to slow my roll here. This does not... I mean, this is Crash 3. But this feels like a, Oh, I have that from the start, too. What am I trying to say? This feels like a, not a poor man's version of Crash 3. This feels like, I don't know. The words are escaping me, but it does not quite feel like the same Crash 3 that I've always known. While at the same time, it does feel like that, like a fever dream. It feels like a fever dream, right, to play something like this, and it technically being official. That's... Oh, okay. That's a European exclusive effect right there. Not that I've played that version, interestingly, but I am aware that that is a thing. Yeah, so the bounce crates still behave as they do in the July prototype, but I shouldn't be surprised. This is literally earlier than that. Yeah, this whole area looks different. This whole area feels different, actually. This is like a whole different game. I guess that's the word I was looking for earlier. This feels like an entirely different Crash 3. I feel like... Of course, I don't want to jinx it, because I know I made this mistake in the last video, but I feel like Gee Whiz looks different because of the lighting. I want to say the skybox is different, but don't quote me on that. The level design is probably different too, but I'm probably not going to be as astute for that. Actually, no, it already was different earlier because that first locked crate, you know, these things, it was just the one on its own, whereas I know in the final game it's 4x4, no, 2x2x2, that's what I'm looking for, so it's a total of 8 crates. What is this music, by the way? This is a totally different composition from what I would have expected. This is what people at E3 were listening to back in 1998, playing this game? That's kind of crazy. I never would have... This track... Wait, do I have the bazooka? I do not have the fruit bazooka. Or the speed shoes. And yes, they're called speed shoes, not Crash Dash, which is my bad. This just feels so surreal. I don't intend to spend this whole video gushing over playing a brand new version of Crash 3 to me. But this is just so cool, okay? Yep, fast crawling is still a thing. They did not get rid of that. I said the same thing twice. I am very smart. Oh, that's an insta-kill. TNT! Hey! You can't put bombs in my crate placement. It's no wonder they got rid of that. Oh my god, am I actually in here right now? What is this? Oh, okay. I need to control my excitement a little bit. I literally mentioned this bonus round in the July prototype. I was looking forward to playing it for many years. Well, for as long as I've seen that old trailer that first revealed this bonus round anyway. This is so surreal. This isn't even Gee Whiz anymore. It's like some, it kind of looks like something you would see in Piston It Away and Spaced Out from Crash 2. But a little more, industrial, for lack of a better word. I could just look at the I could just stare at these environments for a while. This is so cool. I can tell, I see, the medieval folks in Gee Whiz did a lot of renovation, in the months. I can see why they would change that, though. That doesn't really tie in with the medieval theme of the rest of the level that well. Still really cool, though. And I can definitely see myself... No. I'm just gonna shut up before I repeat myself. Frogs. Goats. Hey, get back here. Oh, there's a denominator in the box count. Took me too long to notice that. There's no box jump. Interesting. But there is all 87 crates, unlike the July prototype, which missed some because of that old bonus round. Yep, that was Crash 2-esque, which should not come up. That's not that surprising in the grand scheme of things. Is that Under Pressure or is that Deep Trouble? That's one of the two. They're both underwater levels. I'm gonna guess that this is Under Pressure because that's normally level 2 in the retail game. Okay, I guess the preliminary music that we had in the July prototype doesn't exist in this build. That's fine. And yeah, this is Under Pressure. I can already tell. Let me guess. Purple. Yeah, purple pufferfish. That was also a thing in there. In there. Be more specific. That the other aforementioned prototype. Whoa, that's a different chomp sound. Do you mind repeating that? That sounds like a dog trying to bite something. Oh, you can get a life crate from that slot crate now, I guess. Okay. So the eels are just dogs now. That's the moral of the story. I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm actually playing this level with different music, I never actually noticed that the little ambient humming sound comes from these mines. I thought that was just part of the background music. Live and learn, I guess. And in case I haven't mentioned it already, the checkpoints make the same sound as previous games, which makes sense. It looks like they didn't change too much in this level. Because unlike my blind self in the July prototype video, I can tell they didn't really change the geometry that much from the final game. Or the level design for that matter, because this crate placement seems pretty final. The sound effects are way different though. Yeah, that don't sound the same as it does in retail. I mean, it's based off the same sound, but I think it has like a reverb. That was there's definitely some difference with the reverb. I think. I'm no expert. What am I? I'm just a super fan. Yep, you can still dash. There's an iron crate there. Interesting. Why? Wait, can I still do the time trial shortcut? You know what, maybe if I actually make a full revolution first, for good luck. Definitely not because I messed up the timing. Ooh! Ah, I tried. I had to. Oh! You gotta admit, that was a little impressive. Submergible is a little loud, but that could also be because, oh, there's a longer cooldown between you can fire with the submergible. The dash seems to behave identically, though, from those two quick dashes I just did for no other reason. Which is it's also definitely not a sufficient experimental testing grounds either. Get out of the way! I am on my way to discover the history of my boy Crash. Whoa! Yeah, I'm gonna guess that still takes away the submergible. That's normally where the box gem is. Excuse me, I have all the crates. Give me my box gem, please. I am entitled to one shiny gem. You know, that's okay. A Crash, he could just appear out of thin air anyway. Who needs box gems? They're for chumps, that's what. What on earth? Is that Boneyard or Dynamite? It's one of the two. With a very different portal preview? Is that a good way to describe it? Portal thumbnail? Yeah, this is Boneyard, not Dynamite. Ah. Alright, Triceratops with the lab assistant rider. I recognize you. I recognize all of you! It's prehistoric after all, it's been well known for a number of eons! And yet there's still missing information in textbooks. Imagine that! Yeah, I'm not seeing any significant differences at first glance. Which is, I guess, probably a good thing. This was shown at E3, right? You probably want to show, you would probably want to show off what was largely finished at this point in development. Oh, well, bye. He's gone now. Aww. TNT, 2 TNT. And we're not going to be able to see Baby T, are we? Because, yeah, this is Boneyard. Baby T did not exist in Boneyard. Why is there... Wait, what? Why is this here? There's no red gem in this build, surely. Wait. Oh, it's tangible. What? It doesn't do anything, but... Interesting. That's... Why? That was never a thing in Crash 2. Why is that a thing here? The cutting room floor, from what I saw, you know, trying to get this ROM started, it did mention that there's apparently a way to activate the Fruit Bazooka and the speed shoes in this build as well. It looks like this build only just came out today. Wait. Yeah, today. It's almost midnight, but it did technically still just release today. And there already seems to be a lot of research on it. Now, funny thing. Oh, wait, I swear to God. I swear on Neptune's, Jupiter's, and all of the Plutos. I just mentioned Baby T, and here he is. Yo, Baby T, how's it going? You're not normally there, and you're still slippy, and you're still just as slippy and slidey as the other prototype. Let's go. Need to invest in some Triceratops. Apparently, where's? Hello. I'm ready to be chased. What? There's no boulder. There's no boulder dash. I ruined the joke. No Triceratops. That's a bonus, I guess. I can just take my time running towards the screen. Crystal's not there in the final, I can tell you that. Those 3 nitros are there, though. Interesting. What? I missed a box? How adorable. Interesting that Baby T running away when you enter the portal behavior is present in this, because that's normally only seen in Egipus Rex, which I know for a fact did not exist at all back in May of '98. Or by through a glitch in Dynamite, which they didn't intend. So, oh, that's Midnight Run. These must have been like the earliest levels they made for the game then. Midnight Run, I've seen in like a ton of demo versions. And G-Wiz as well. Boneyard definitely came as a surprise. I wonder what the 5th level's going to be. What was that? Oh god, Pearl, what did they do to you? Oh, I missed a box. That's it. I'm just gonna land over to the side and mock my own shadow. And hey, wait, that's the Crash 2 shadow. I just noticed that. So I guess they haven't changed that yet. I think Sony was the one that requested the shadow change, if memory serves. Okay, get all the boxes this time. Thank you. Thank you. Purra, please stop screeching like that. That is not the most pleasant on the ears. Oh gosh, it actually sounds more like Purra's like, oh my. Wait a minute. Ah! The different audio. Why is the sound so different? The sound is significantly more different from the, graphics, that's for sure. Don't worry, I'm just going to speed through this prototype level and not admire it at all, because I'm clearly not worthy. Yes, bash through the barrels, just like the retail game, completely unchanged. Wait, actually, yeah, I wanted to see that death animation as well. Don't judge me. And once again, the audio is different. Goodness. That Purra sounds like something you would hear from the ice hockey game in Spyro 3, which is a pretty wild comparison to make. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that both Crash and Spyro share the same sound libraries. That certainly seems to be the case. There's mountains of evidence to support that. Huh. I can now actually look at that portal image and know that it's actually accurate for once. It's never that elaborate. The load save screen is never that elaborate in later builds. And Crash, why did you just crash? You realize you didn't just play the level, right? You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna move on. Is that tomb time? That's not what I expected to see. I'm down for tomb time. I like tomb time. Tomb time is a level that I'm very familiar with, and I'm sure those, not to plug this whole channel or anything, but those who have followed me for a while probably know this as well. Anyway, Snake made a different sound. I tried to pull out the fruit bazooka. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely okay. I need to come back here with the fruit bazooka because, well, there are normally a couple of secret lives at the beginning that is only accessible via fire from the bazooka, and I'm willing to guess that they're not implemented yet. And oh my, oh yeah, the bongo buttons. I remember that. Not from retail, but I remember that from other means. Boop. I gotcha, boxes. Watch out, Crash is incoming. I'm coming along a very prehistoric area. And I swear that was good grammar. No bonus round music, but that shouldn't come as a surprise. Oop, hey, gotcha. Whoa. Sorry, I just had to take the time to bop to this music a little bit. Yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for the tomb time music in Crash 3. So hearing it in a different form is pretty surreal. Oh yeah, the 6th bounce crate bounce, that was also a thing in the July prototype. So that also shouldn't be too surprising, but it's definitely, if you're unaware, that's not the same as retail. That's not normally, is that normally where that exclamation mark box is? I don't remember. I usually skip it, especially in time trials. I want to say this corridor looks different. That's a lot of stuff on the walls. The walls look populated with ancient carvings and drawings and artistry. And I have a feeling that it was all abolished by the retail game. Yeah, again, the level design seems to line up well with retail. Well enough. I say that, but then there's an enemy here that's not normally there. Okay, purple gem path coming up, right? Definitely a purple gem path and not something else, surely. Oh. Okay. More level design changes, first of all. And second off, I think that is a timed door. I gotta come back here for that too, because I think after the July prototype video, I read that that door is based off of how long you took to get there. A unique condition. Certainly would make tomb time stand out more than it already has. Yeah, this seems... that alligator I just killed was not normally there. It's not normally there in retail, but hey, other than that, things seem to be normal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there's a checkpoint missing. Uh-oh, somebody forgot their checkpoints. Hey, that's fine. I don't need a checkpoint. Oh, there's the checkpoint. They just misplaced it, that's all. Silly naughty dog. What were you thinking? Oh, that's a unique set piece. Get out of the way, you firefighter. Get out of the way, you different sounding cobra. Oh, I'm missing a lot of boxes. Hey, I see a platform over there. And I have this. So, I guess I can enter from the back. Oh wait, yeah. Just, yeah. There you go. There. I made it on time after all. Forget legitimacy. They allow me to do it, so surely it must be legal. Whoa. Whoa. Ah! Get out of here! Yeah, I'm only just now testing the momentum system. It does still match the retail game. And not Crash 2. That surprises me a little bit, not gonna lie. But it's all good. It means the change in momentum control was modified very early in Crash 3's development. Crash Tree. Crash 3, you are my tree. I need oxygen to sustain being. I'm being a little silly, aren't I? Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with being silly. I'm just excited that I get to play Crash 3 and a unique spin on it. It's like a director's cut. It's like when you buy a DVD for a movie you've already seen in theaters and maybe VHS, maybe? I don't know. And then you go into the deleted scenes section and scream just like that. And all these extra things and goodies and whimsicalities. Alright, I'm not going to go through that again. Is that normally on the top right sector of this particular square platform? Because I seem to recall it being on the left, but I don't know. There's been a lot of level design changes, so who's to say? Who knows? It's like one big mystery. All right. Well, I have spent 40 minutes on this prototype apparently, and I can say with all certainty, this was probably the coolest thing I've ever played. I mean, obviously I'd rather the retail game because it's more feature complete, but hey, kudos to the guy who found this and dumped it for the whole world to play. A little piece of Crash history preserved. Now the question that remains is what more of Crash history is there left to preserve? Oh wow, those warp room buttons actually just don't go away, unlike the final. Yeah, in case it wasn't already obvious, these don't push you back or vibrate. Is there even vibration support? Well, there's a calibrate option. Oh, whoops. Can I back out? No, that wasn't good. Screw you. Upper left, upper right, lower left. Good! There we go. Oh, the crystal count is updated. 10%? It's 2% per crystal still. Like Crash 2. And yes, the calibrate option. That was also in the July prototype and not in retail. Why they got rid of it in retail, I don't know. Yeah, analog is on. What? Wait, hold on. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. I made it on Duck Station so that if analog is turned off, the stick just doesn't work. That's right. That's really gosh darn doodly do right. Curious if there's a way out of bounds in this warp room. They always have these warp rooms locked tight and key pretty well. Except for the secret warp room in Crash 2, but I think that one was more deliberate. Okay. 0 out of 0 boxes? Could have fooled me. So, yes. I'm going to select quit. What happens if I quit? Ah! Well, that's what. I think it just loops over again, doesn't it? Yeah, it loops. Man. I just undid Crash's progress towards the defeat of Cortex by doing that. But lucky for us, Cortex wasn't born yet when this was made. That's not. I mean, I'm being silly, obviously. Yes, he already existed, just not in this game yet. And speaking of this game, I'm going to put in some cheats. somehow. Now luckily, because I'm using DuckStation, cheats should be much easier to implement, because at least on EPSXE I had to make like, not an INI file, I think it was a TXT file with cheat codes on them, and I had to manually turn them on. Not that I did that for the July prototype, but I did do that for Stormy Ascent. Gosh, remember that? That was back in like 2018, I think. Yeah, cutting room floor, what extras do we have? Inaccessible superpowers. Yep, here's the cheat. Put it in DuckStation right now. Put it on DuckStation right this instant. Oh wait, is this? Oh, I just realized because this prototype is using the Crash 2 header, DuckStation is pulling cheat codes from the cheat code database for Crash 2 specifically, so I must specify the build. Crash 3 may build. Let's say Fruit Bazooka. Fruit Bazooka. Description. Read the title, dimwit. I know you guys can't see the, I know you guys can't see the cheat code window on DuckStation. Actually, can I change that? I'm gonna see if I can change that. Maybe not, actually, because the cheat code editor is its own window. Okay, yeah, never mind. But know that I actually did just put read the title, dimwit in the description field. Yes, save. Instructions cannot be empty. I forgot everything except the actual code. Scratch that. I remembered everything except the actual code. Replace the question mark in the code with 0F for Fruit Bazooka, 17 for Speed Shoes, or 1F for both. Cannot use both separately, maps to the same button. Really? They're maps to the same button, huh? That's fine by me. I'll do Fruit Bazooka then. Actually, well, I'll do just both codes. Crash 3 may build Speed Shoes. Description. Read the title, Slowpoke. Does it matter when I turn on and off these codes? I'm curious about that. Better question, can I actually use the Fruit Bazooka in the Warp Room? Because you can't normally do that, and I've yet to play a build that allows you to do that. Well, yeah, you can. That answers that question. And it's still got that 360 control too, like the July prototype. It definitely nothing like the retail game. Whoa, is there? Okay, there's a bit of an odd delay when it comes to vertical aiming. I think. I don't know why Crash keeps changing his vertical aim even when I'm letting go of the D-pad. Is there there's nothing to target in this warp room, is there? I like how Crash, I didn't mention this in the July prototype, but interesting that Crash always faces this way. Granted, I guess when you're moving away from the screen, that's where you would want him to face. Darn, I can't damage this fancy artifact. Hey, it's gonna be abolished anyway. What's the difference? Alright. Running shoes. Let me test that out. Yes, DuckStation, I know a cheat is turned on. I know what I'm doing. Whoa! That is some hectic running. Look at him go! Get him, Bandicoot, get him! Woohoo! This is, what a perfect image. That's one for the scrapbook. Oh, that's hilarious. The run, I'm sorry, just that run cycle is killing me. It is so goofy. It's also so characteristic of him. I wonder why, I mean, what do you think? Does the retail running animation look better? It's hard to say. I'm gonna go back into Tomb Time because I want to see if those 1-ups, those hidden 1-ups at the beginning are present in this build. R2 to use the bazooka is a brand new concept to me. Oh my gosh. Whoa! It's defective. Alright, fine. I'm gonna have to spin. No, I'm gonna try again. Oops. There we go. There's no firing sound effects. Another audio difference. Imagine that. Where were those? I always forget where the hidden one-ups are. Are they like here? Crosshair normally turns red, but it's possible. I can't tell. I don't know if I'm just misremembering where they are, or if they're just not in this build. Whatever. In any case, I cannot find them. Let's see. Does the cutting room floor report anything else I can check out before I end off the video? Actually, how long have I been recording again? 51 minutes. Alright. I did not expect to be playing this for that long, to be honest. Gems are disabled in this version as there are no box counters placed at the end of levels. That's an oddity because they were most certainly a thing in Crash 2 and every build of Crash 3 after this one, so I don't know why they're not there. Time trial is completely absent. Game data reveals that there was no trace of relics at this point, so it appears this mode wasn't even conceived at this point in time. Whoa! Imagine living in a world where the Crash 3 we got was just basically Crash 2 in the sense that there was no time trials. Okay, that question sounded better in my head. Slot crates drop their contents instead of being picked up automatically. I did neglect to mention that, but yes, that is a difference that I noticed back in Gee Whiz. Normally, oh, I should have tested if select exits you out of the level. You know what, I can do that really quick, but I don't see why it wouldn't. Mystery solved, ma'am. Thank me later. The game over screen matches the one seen in Crash 2. I have 4 lives. I mean, I guess I can just check that out really quick. Oh, I forgot this is a completely different level in this build. Alright, death animations. Again, different audio, but largely identical in every other front. And I forgot I had the fruit bazooka turned on. I'm gonna look for those swordsmen. I want to see if their death animation is the same. Well, what about Nitro's? Yep, that's the same. I don't know why it wouldn't be the same. It's also used in Crash 2. Huh. The Death Tornado spin seems to be implemented identically to the retail game as well. You normally turn me into a frog. Crash Frog. Or is it Crash Toad? Is this... I mean, the first medieval level is called Toad Village, so maybe these are toads and not frogs. You never know. Yeah, get out of here with your wholly different sound effects. I'm actually really digging this new music, by the way. It's actually quite pleasant on the ears, and it makes me wonder why it was replaced. This is really good music, actually. Why was this replaced? Part of me does kind of wish this was used in, like, one medieval level in the final game. There's 3 of them, for crud's sake. They could have spared one. I don't know. I don't know why I got that one up. My goal was to get a game over. Alright, well, there's a goat. Yep, that's here and accounted for. Huh. Well, you seems to take your time with that gag. I'm not sure if that was in the July prototype, because I didn't get that death animation there. But yeah, it seems... Yeah, this is more further along. This is definitely more complete than I expected. But it is a demonstration. I guess that's for the best. I guess if I was demonstrating my own game, I certainly would want it to be as complete as possible. from what there is anyway. Does that make sense? If I was to distribute my own, an early version of my own game, I would try and polish whatever's there to make it playable. Does that make sense? I'm making sense, right? Yeah, I think that's about... Oh wait, I have not seen the death animation of TNTs yet. I would like to take a look at that. I saw a TNT up ahead where I died. And a TNT right here, too. Goodbye, cruel world. Who wants to be in medieval times anyway?
Game over.
Well, I take back what I said earlier. Cortex is evidently in this build, just as a holdover. A hand-me-down from Crash 3's older brother. Imagine that. I'm going to take a guess and say that if I select no, it's just going to go through those introductory thingies again. And if I hit yes, I'm probably just going to go to the warp room. Let me see what else there is first before I select one. When using the speed shoes, Crash's running animation changes to the one from when passing over boost pads in the chase levels of Crash 2. Oh. I feel really dumb. I never even made that connection. But yeah, that is totally the same animation. Most of the debug features present in the final game are missing at this point. The player and pause menu button combos are still leftovers from Crash 2. Wait, what? There's debug? I can do debug things in this build?
Play again, Crash.
Dang it. I want to turn on the speed shoes again. Yeah, that's literally the exact same animation from Crash 2. How did I not notice that? It's certainly goofier when you're using it on command. And with the freaking normal footstep rate, by the way. Yeah, I'm sorry, that just looks so goofy. Unused stuff, here we go. Wall Street? What? Hold on, wait, where's... I need to go to Midnight Run. Well, not enter, I just want to open the portal. That's not Midnight Run. Where is that? Oh, that's 4. That's 4. Yeah, there's no level names shown, but apparently there's unused text that says Wall Street, so I'm guessing that's an early name for Midnight Run. What? Crash, you're dancing? Since when were you dancing in the warp room? You didn't do that before. Despite supporting vibration, the menu option is not used in this build. The text used in the final game omits the colons. That's interesting. It actually is listed as vibration on and vibration off. It's not here, but there is text for it, and I find that interesting because I know later builds changed it to shock for some reason. And the final build changed it to, I think it's just vibration without the colon in the final build. Pad flight, pad directs. Those are leftovers from Crash 2. A little lesser known feature from Crash 2, but yeah, you can invert the vertical controls for the jetpack in that game. Yeah, that was a very interesting look and a half, it seems, of the Crash Bandicoot 3 E3 prototype. It's very interesting stuff, despite it being only 5 levels and it being only a demo and not a full-on thing. But hey, demos are fascinating, and now you know why. Scuffed outro. Who cares? An outro's an outro. I am probably talking too much. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time, whenever next time is going to be. See you then.